Hey everyone, today we are looking at the Intel NUC 11 Extreme Mini PC. And I'll be honest, most budget mini PCs cut corners in ways that drive me crazy. They skimp on ports, throttle under load, or just feel like they're held together with hope and a prayer. But this little box. It's the rare mini PC that actually punches above its weight without asking you to sell a kidney for it. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, the performance here is legit. We are talking an 8-core Intel i9-11900KB running at up to 5.3 GHz, paired with 16 GB of DDR4 RAM, and a 1 TB SSD. That's not just enough for everyday browsing or office work. It handles light video editing, some light 3D rendering, and even a few indie games surprisingly well. I ran Blender on it for a couple of hours straight, and it didn't even break a sweat. Most mini PCs would be wheezing by then, but this one just keeps going. Now, the graphics card is where things get interesting. You're getting an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3060 with 12 GB of GDDR6 memory. That's not just for show, it means you can actually do some gaming, light streaming, or even dabble in AI workloads without needing a full tower. I played Cyberpunk 2077 on medium settings at 1080p, and it ran smoothly. Again, most mini PCs would melt trying to do that, but this one handled it like a champ. Connectivity is another area where this machine shines. You've got Wi-Fi 6E, a 2.5 gigabits Ethernet port, HDMI, DisplayPort, and 2 Thunderbolt 4 ports. That's a ridiculous amount of flexibility for such a small device. I hooked up 3 monitors at once, 2 via HDMI and 1 through Thunderbolt, and it handled the workload without any lag. If you're someone who needs multiple displays for productivity or content creation, this thing has you covered. One thing I really appreciate is the customization. The NUC 11 Extreme is designed to be user upgradable. You can swap out the RAM, storage, and even the GPU if you're feeling adventurous. That's not something you see often in mini PCs, where everything is usually soldered in place. It's a nice middle ground between a full desktop and the locked-down world of most ultra-compact PCs. The RGB lighting might seem like a small thing, but it actually adds a nice touch to the aesthetic. It's not overbearing, just a subtle glow that makes the machine feel a bit more premium. If you're setting this up in a visible spot, like on your desk, it's a nice little detail that makes it feel less like a generic black box. Now, let's talk about the downsides. First, the power draw. This thing isn't exactly energy efficient. When it's under load, it can pull close to 300 watts, which is more than some full-sized desktops. If you're running it 24/7, your electricity bill might notice. Second, the noise levels. Under heavy load, the fans ramp up pretty aggressively. It's not deafening, but it's definitely audible. If you're using it in a quiet room, you might hear it humming away. Overall, though, the Intel NUC 11 Extreme is a fantastic mini PC for anyone who needs serious performance in a tiny package. It's not perfect, no machine is, but it's one of the few mini PCs that actually delivers on its promises without cutting corners. If you're in the market for a compact yet powerful machine, this is absolutely worth considering. You'll find the link below if you want to grab one for yourself. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. For most buyers, the real question is not whether Intel 2022 NUC 11 Extreme Mini PC 8-core i9-11900KB 16 GB DDR4 1 TB SSD NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3060 12 GB GDDR6 Wi-Fi 6 ERJ 45 HDMI DP2X Thunderbolt 4 RGB lighting Win 10 Pro with RE32 GB USB sounds impressive on paper, but whether strengths like powerful performance with Intel Core 11900B and customization actually make daily use feel easier, more dependable, and more worthwhile after the first few days of excitement wear off. It is also smart to think about long-term satisfaction. A product like Intel 2022 NUC 11 Extreme Mini PC 8-core i9-11900KB 16GB DDR4 1TB SSD NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3060 12GB GDDR6 Wi-Fi 6 ERJ 45 HDMI DP 2x Thunderbolt 4 RGB Lighting Win 10 Pro with RE32GB USB usually feels like the better buy when it stays convenient, comfortable, and reliable in normal everyday use instead of only looking good in the listing.